Good morning and welcome to membership benefits session this morning. We are going to go over a few things that you have access to complimentary with your Portage County Business Council membership. These are all things that you can do right from your desktop, maybe even your phone. If you ever log on to our system from your phone, it is a web-based program, so you sure could. But these are also things that the Portage County Business Council staff is happy to do for you. If you're ever in a hurry or you don't have time or you forget how to do one of these things, we are always happy to do these for you as well. So first, just thank you for being a Portage County Business Council member, and we appreciate that support. And a reminder too that you are probably seeing lots of value with your membership and enjoying the programs and events and services we offer. If you ever let a friend or someone you know about the Portage County Business Council and they're not a member and they join, once they join, you do receive a $100 Portage County gift certificate as a referral. So we appreciate you spreading the word about all the good work that we are doing. So the first thing you're going to need to go through some of the things that we're going to go over today is login information. If you don't have a login for the Portage County Business Council, it's usually like a username and password. Just call or email anyone on the staff and we can get that set up for you, because you'll need that to walk through the things that we're going to walk through today. Also, the thing that might be a barrier or a challenge when you're trying to do some of these operations are permissions. And typically, if you want to make changes to your membership profile or you want to do some of the things that we're going to do today, you need to be the primary person on the Portage County Business Council membership account. And usually that's one person in the organization is the primary person. That said, a lot of times we will give primary permissions to other representatives so that they're able to do things like we're going to talk about today. So if you try to log in and you're not able to make some of these changes or post some of the things we're going to talk about, again, give us a call or an email. Let's check what your permissions are. And if it's okay with your administrator, we can add some permissions for you so that you can have access to all of these opportunities. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to want to log in. And when you log in, it's right up here on the home page of the Portage County Business Council. It says member login. If you click on that, it's going to ask for your username and password. And those are those login credentials I talked about. And we can send you a link to set these up. You can make the username and password whatever you like. If it's something that's easy for you to remember or that you use for other systems, we never see it. So it can be whatever you want. The default username will be your email, but you can always just backspace that out and create your own. Once you have one set up, then you would enter those and sign in. I'm actually going to sign in a different way just because I work at the Business Council. I'm going to go in kind of the back side, but this is what would happen. This is the screen you'd get when you log in, member login, with your login credentials. Now up here, this would be your logo, but this, I'm acting like it's me, the Business Council, so it's our information. You'll see some upcoming events on the side, some buttons across the top and down the left side here, and those are the kind of things we're going to go over today, okay? When we talk about events later, we'll talk about how you can get your event to show up in this member information center. So the first thing we want to look at is company information. And that's right here on the left. And you can click on that. And when you click on company information, here's where you can change things. Like, maybe you don't have a fax machine anymore, or you're updating your general email. Maybe your zip code changed, like that did for a few of us a couple years ago. So any kind of just basic contact information, that's where that is. Categories, and you'll notice as I go through the session today, I'm not going to click on every tab, but some of the tabs just aren't really used right now. Either we don't have them activated or they don't work with our website. But feel free, if you ever want to, you can poke around in here and click on things and see if you want to add things. But the stuff I'm going to go over with today is the stuff that's going to give you the most visibility and the items that people are looking for. So we can always look at other stuff later, and I'm always happy, any of us here at Portage County Business Council are happy to have a one-on-one meeting with you and go through your individual profile step by step and look at things. But this is kind of an overview of the most common and most well-used features. So that's why we're skipping over some of these. But categories is an important one. Categories, and I'll show you, like if we were to click on A, here's the available categories that start with the letter A. So if you were an accountant or an accounting agency, you'd want to make sure that box is checked. You might wonder what this matters. Why does it matter what categories there are? Well, if we were to go back to our website, and this is what it looks like again on our homepage, and we had someone who was maybe new to the area, or maybe they're not new to the area. They're just from here and they're like, gosh, I need a plumber. And so they click on our member directory and they start to type in plumber. Zero results found. So what if we do plumbing? There we go. So that's it. We'll go back to why that plumber word was important. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. So plumbing is a category. And here's all of the members in the Portage County Business Council that are in the plumbing category. Again, if we were, get back to the screen I was on before. My video screen's getting in the way there. Thank you. There we go. So plumbing, that would be down here under P. You can check as many of these boxes as you want, or as few. The more you check, the more ways that your business can get searched. So if you do plumbing and you also do bath remodels and you do septic and maybe you do water testing, you can check all kinds of boxes. And the more boxes you check, that will give you more opportunities to pop up when people are doing a search. So if we go back to that search and we were to type in, for instance, oh gosh, I need insurance. You'll see there's a lot of different insurance. So we'll list individual members, but also you can just choose the insurance category and we'll show all of our insurance members. So that's what that does. You might also notice here, some of these companies are listed and they have their logo and a little description there. And then you get down to some of these members and there's no description, no logo. And you might wonder about that. The difference is our build members, which is our entry-level membership, does not get to have a logo and a description here on the search page. The grow membership and higher, which are all the other membership levels, are allowed to put a logo here on the search page and a little description. So it gives them additional visibility and a little preferential listing on our website. They'll always be listed first. The grow level and higher will be listed first. They are not listed in any particular order. So if we were to go to our member directory and we were to type insurance again, you'll see now it's mixed up. Century's not on top, they're number 2, but they're not on top. M3 insurance is on top. And so it switched things around a little bit. But those are randomly generated, but the grow level members and higher will always be listed on top of the other. So here's all the ones that are the build members down here. So it's something to consider if you ever think of, if you want a little more online presence. The grow level and higher also gets you access to online ads, which are here on the homepage of our website. Here's our online ads. There's one for the university. When you click on it, it goes to their page. It's continuing education. You can use these online ads. If you're hiring, it can say join our team. If you're having a sale or a special, it can have that on there too. So the online ads can really be used for anything, and those are available on the grow level or higher. And as you can see, they kind of scroll through every few seconds. And when you click on their picture, if you want to learn more about, say, McCain, then it will take you to their website. Whatever you choose to be your picture, And whatever you choose for it to link to can change each time, because these ads stay up here for 30 days at a time for about a month, and then we take them down. And with different levels of membership, you get more months of online ads. Some come with 3 months of online ads, some come with 12 months of online ads. You can have ads up there all year long and nonstop. But each time you submit a new ad, you can decide what you want this picture to be and what you want it to link to. And we take care of all that for you. We put it up and we take it down. You don't have to remember to do that. You just send us the stuff electronically, and we take care of it. So going back to our category page again here, that's what the categories are. And again, if this is something you're not sure about, you can give us a call or email and we can add categories for you. But those are ways that you can give yourself a little bit more visibility, because they'll make your business name come up when people are searching. The next one over here on the left under company is logo. It's always a good idea to have your logo on there. You might say, well, Tanya, why would I have my logo on there if I can't have it if it doesn't pop up here? Please keep in mind that even if it doesn't come up on the search page, if you're not a Grow member, if you're a Build member, when we click on your entry, it will still have, that's not a good, they don't have theirs on there. My goodness, these people didn't have their logos on there. You can have your logo on your page is what I was trying to get to. I was trying to find someone who does. That's a Build, a Build level member. When you actually click on their member profile, there we go, you can have your logo and your About Us on there. So it's still a good idea to enter those things on your company profile, even if you don't have a Grow level membership or higher, because once they click on your name of your business, they'll still get to see all your good information. I keep clicking on the little bar there. That's the logo. Photos and video, those are for Grow level member or higher also. So those are Map's a good one. We use Google Maps as our default. So you always want to make sure your map pin is activated on your account. And that way, when people are looking for you, like here on this one, it'll show up like this, and then they can click on it and see right where you are located. And that's where KPR Brokers is located. So that's kind of a nice feature to have the map. Most people, of course, can get to your place by putting in the address with GPS nowadays, but it's always a good idea. So that's pretty much it for company. You want to make sure your website stuff is updated with the categories, logos, things like that, your map pin, and make sure that the contact information is set up appropriately. So we'll go back home here, back to our member information center, and that was company information. And again, sometimes company information doesn't change a whole lot. You may never have to update it if your address and stuff stays the same, but you can always take a look at it and make sure there's nothing that needs any updating. And we can always do it for you. Next one we're going to look at is hot deals. So hot deals are sales maybe, or specials or offerings or events or something that you have that you want everyone to know about. So if you're waiving closing costs with the lender or real estate, or if you're having a free appetizer with every entree if you're a restaurant, or 1 hour of free consultation if you're a consultant, and you want people to know about it, you want to add a hot deal. So you think of a hot deal as anything you put out, like in the paper, in the news, radio ad, anything like that. Where people are going to see hot deals, I'll show you what it looks like. Again, this is the homepage of our website. Those are those online ads down here that we talked about a few minutes ago. So this is the homepage of our website. A little bit further down, there's a button called Hot Deals. And people can click on this. And right now we have one hot deal. It's TDS. And they are a television, telecommunications, internet, everything provider. And they have a business referral program. So maybe your business has TDS as the provider, and your friend has a business, and you say, hey, friend, you also should have TDS as your provider. And they do. and they call TDS, then TDS will give you a $500 referral bonus. So that's their business referral program. Now, this is a little, blank over here. There's only one hot deal. And I have to say, we really wish people utilize the hot deals more, because we know you have great things going on that you want to share with everybody. So this is a wonderful way that's free to get the word out. So anything you can think of that, again, you'd want people to know about, whether it's a special, a sale, a deal, then put it as a hot deal. And the way you put it as a hot deal, so you were to click on hot deals, and right up here it says add a hot deal. So you click on that blue box and you just fill in the information. And it's really pretty step-by-step. A title, you can have a tagline if you want, act now, act fast, share with a friend. Category, if you want to do that. I don't know if category, we don't have it activated. No one uses that one, so we wouldn't worry about category. Details, and here I will say, there are some customization you can do to the wording of your hot deal. You can do a background color or the actual font color, the text color can change. You can change the font size and the font type, bold, italicize, underline. You can add a link, do some indenting. You don't have the full word processing and formatting applications you would like in a Word program or InDesign, but you can make it, make some call out, make some of your words bigger or a different color or whatever, and customize it a little bit. And a start date, you can put the logo on there for the hot deal, and then contact information. Who would they contact if they want to know more about this particular sale or special or deal, and then a publish date when you want it published. If you don't put anything in there, it defaults it for about a week. So if you have a deal that's a 6-month special, you want to make sure that you extend that for longer than a week. And then down at the bottom, you always want to submit for approval. And the word approval sounds strong. I will tell you, we never don't approve a deal. When you see submit for approval, just really consider that like submit to the Portage County Business Council, or just submit, really. Because then we get a notification on our end that there's a new hot deal. We click on it, we look at it, looks good, we go ahead and approve it. The only time we wouldn't approve something, I really can't even think of a time that we wouldn't, but when we look at it, what we're looking for is maybe you typed something in here or used a special character, and when you press send, when you press submit, when it got to our end in our database, some of the formatting was weird, so maybe like a letter showed up as a $sign or something, we would fix that for you. So that's why there's kind of that approval stage, mostly for formatting, but we'll never change the text of your sale, or we won't put a different image on there or anything. So when you see that submit for approval, it's not like we're making a decision. It's mostly just so we can say yep, and we go ahead and publish it for you. So it's really easy to add a hot deal. If we keep moving down this sidebar here, as we've been doing, the next one is member-to-member deals. Now, member-to-member deals are a little different than hot deals. Now, they can still be a special or a sale or a promotion, but these would be something that's only for other fellow Portage County Business Council members. So I really like this idea. I like the idea of, supporting each other's businesses. As all the businesses and the Business Council get stronger, our whole community and economic climate gets stronger, right? So we want to help each other out. So this is a neat way to say, hey, I'm glad you're in the Business Council and so am I. Here's a treat just for you. We have a couple of them up here. TDS offers that same referral program that they're offering to the general public, to all of us PCBC members. So again, if you recommend them for a business account, you get the $500 reward. Hometown Pharmacy has a member-to-member discount. We can click on it and see what it looks like here under more details. You get 10% off orthomolecular products, which is another PCBC member, or any of their CBD products. So that's awesome. If you're going to Hometown Pharmacy, either the Plover or the Point location, take this with you or show them on your phone, you get 10% off. That's a nice discount, and that goes, looks like almost to the, they put it up last year, so they put it up for a full year. So it's going to go to the end of November. This is another area where we really wish members would utilize more, because again, you're helping each other. And it can be creative, like it could just be like 5% off of a service, or, the first 200 prints are free if you're a printing place, or like I mentioned before, 1 hour free consultation. So if you can't even do a discount on actual product like these folks are, think about how there's ways that you could potentially offer some kind of discount or special to other members of the Portage County Business Council and help support each other's businesses. Now you might be wondering, how do people get member-to-member deals, and what if the general public tried to use a member-to-member deal? We really want to keep it special for our members. Well, if we go back to the homepage of our website again, I'm going to click on the little leaf up here that always gets you home on our website. If you're ever wondering, the little leaf in the corner will always get you home. And we showed you where those hot deals were. You can look all over here and you'll never find a thing that says member-to-member discount. The only way that someone can get a member-to-member discount is by logging into their member information center and going right here to member-to-member deals. That's how we keep it secure for members only, because remember, to get into this member information center, you had to have that login information, and only Portage County Business Council members receive a login. So that's how it remains private and secure for other members only. Again, I would encourage you, if you have a deal that you'd like to share with other members, go on and log one on here, or maybe you want to use one. Maybe someone's got a good, like you're going to Hometown Pharmacy this weekend. Come on here and see what ones are up right now, and maybe there's one you can use. If you do decide to add one, it's exactly the same process as it was for adding a hot deal. You find your blue button, add member-to-member deal, click on that blue button, and fill in the information. Same thing, title, tagline if you want one, details, when you want the offer to run, you can add your logo, contact information, and always remember to hit that submit for approval down at the bottom. If you don't hit submit for approval, we won't get it, and then we can't publish it for you. Okay, moving our way through the left-hand side here, the next one is job postings. This is by far the most used online member benefit, I would say. Our members are really pretty good about using the online job postings. Right now, we've got 32 posted. These, again, are going to be public. The whole world can see these. So this is for anybody. So it's just another free place to advertise a job opening you might have. We know you can use things like Indeed or some of the other job boards, but this is another free area to post a job. And sometimes we found, and we've heard feedback from our members, that if job seekers are going to a Chamber of Commerce website looking for jobs, sometimes it's a higher level candidate, which is nice to know that they might be a little bit more serious than some of the employees you might get looking just on a mass search like Indeed. So how do people find these job postings? Well, we're going to go right back to that homepage of our website again. And there's jobs right here. Our jobs are also shared on everythingpointshere.com. If you don't know what everythingpointshere.com is, I'll show you real quick. It is a community website that we have here right in Portage County. Other communities have them as well. Maybe you've seen them in other communities. But if you think of the Portage County Business Council as having our own website, this is a website for the whole county. So this would have, people who aren't members could be on here. This isn't just about us. This is about the whole county. It's designed for really talent attraction for people moving to the area to find out about, gosh, what kind of schools are there for my children when I go, if I have to move to Stevens Point or Plover or Almond or Amherst, or what kind of housing is there? What kind of, faith options do I have there? Where can I go out to eat? So it's a one-stop shop for all the things that people will be looking for. So they don't have to Google restaurants in Stevens Point, churches in Plover, schools in Amherst. They can come here and find all of it. And right across the top here is jobs. And when you click on jobs, they talk about, places to work here and things like that, but there's a careers tab. And right there, they can find jobs on Indeed, Monster, or the Portage County Business Council, careers.org. So when you post a job on our site through that member information center, if we go back to our member information center, it gets posted not only on the Portage County Business Council site, but it also gets posted on everythingpointshere.com. So it's the very same process. Oh, and I don't know if I showed you the jobs on our home site, probably should have. So this is the home page of our website. There's the jobs tab. I think I pointed to it, and then we went on to everything points here. So going back, if someone were to click on that jobs tab, this is what it would look like. The jobs, you have your logo on there, and then the description of what the position is. Once they click on it, we click on this one, customer consulting and support representative. There's all the information about the job. Here's who I can contact. It also tells me, oh, Skyward has these other positions offered. Oh, wow. Yeah, that actually sounds more like what I'd like to do. That's a nice benefit. If you have more than one job listed on our site, it'll let the seekers know that you have other positions open too. So that's kind of nice. Okay, now, yeah, this is a good example. I was just scrolling through real quick. This is a good example. They really put a lot of information here, which I think, more is better. They also have the website you can go to apply, start the online application process. But you can put, they have the salary, they have the start date, they have everything. If you don't want to put all that, you just need to get some applicants and you really get to that other stuff later, you can put as little or as much as you want on here. And I'll show you how that looks. It's the exact same process almost as the hot deals and the member-to-member discounts. So you click on the blue button, add a job posting. Again, title, description. Here's where, when we looked at that Skyward one, that's where they entered all that information. You can do as much or as little as you want. There's no wrong answers. This one, the categories, I believe, are activated. Yeah. So you can choose what kind of industry it's in, so if you're, and again, an accounting firm, you could choose that. Or if it's engineering, design, or whatever, so you can choose a category. And then the contact information, who they'd contact, and again, those active dates. I will say the active dates are kind of weird if you look at them, and I'll show you why. So let's say I was posting a job right now, and my active dates, I'm starting today. Look what it will go to. It'll automatically do like that week. So it kind of, now those days have already passed, but it gives you the week that you're in. So if you don't put another end date, it's going to be gone after Saturday. So you can do that. Now I've got it captured through the 12th. It does a week at a time. So you can put it up there as, for as long as you want. You can always take it down if you hire someone. I'd rather have it up there longer if it was me, and I could always take it down if I hire someone. So it goes on a week by week basis beginning on the Sunday of each week. That's the only thing that's a little different about the job postings compared to some of these other things we're showing you today. And you can put your image or logo. And again, that submit for approval button. We love the submit for approval button, okay? And so again, just another place to put those job openings when you have them. Social feed, we don't use so much here at the Portage County Business Council with this program. This program that we have is designed for all different kinds of chambers of commerce. And this is an option that we just don't have with ours right now. So as far as things on the left-hand side, that's pretty much it. The one thing that's weird, and I have no idea why it's like this, is, news releases. I skipped over news releases. We'll go back to that in just a second here. The one thing that's weird is across the top here is a thing called events. I'm not quite sure why events isn't over here with everything else, and events will be the last thing we cover. We'll do that in just a second, but I want to go back to news releases because I accidentally skipped over them. So we did hot deals, member-to-member deals, job postings. I accidentally skipped over news releases. News releases, okay, we've got 7 right now. News releases, these are things, gosh, maybe someone got promoted in your company. Maybe you formed a new collaboration or partnership with another big organization, or you received a bid to build, a brand new sports complex, or, your company had a brat fry and raised money for, the pet shelter or whatever. Anything that's newsworthy or exciting, shout it out there. This is the time to brag and toot your own horn. We love to show off the good work that our businesses are doing that are our members. Or it could be like an event too, like this is the Walk to End Alzheimer's. It's virtual this year. You walk on your own. They have it as a news release because it's different this year. Where they're not all going to meet together and walk together. They're having people walk on their own, and and do it that way. So it's kind of a press release to say, hey, we've pivoted our walk, because of the pandemic, and here's how to do it. They also could list it as an event, and actually it is listed as an event. You'll see that in a minute, because it's also an event. So sometimes things fall into more than one category. Here's one that they're looking for people to be with their Lunch with a Leader program. UW-Stevens Point has a Lunch with a Leader program. On a side note, that is a wonderful program, and if you'd like to be in Lunch with a Leader and learn more about it, click right here and learn more about it. It's a great program. Several of us here on staff have been involved in it and really enjoy it. But if we go back to our news releases, this is another thing that the whole public can see. So, the things we've talked about today, the hot deals, the job postings, these news releases, when we get to events in a minute, those are all for the public. The only thing that's private is that member-to-member discount, okay? So how do news releases look on our website? Well, if we're on the home page of our website, the news releases are a little bit harder to find. We don't have a tab right on the top, but if you hover over Chamber, which a lot of people know us as the Chamber, so it is a pretty popular tab, you'll see news is right over here. It's also good to know whenever you submit a news release, you'll see in a minute when I get there, you're going to have to press that submit for approval at the bottom again. And when you do that, again, we look at them. Sometimes if we like the news release or we find out like, oh, wow, that's really cool, I didn't know that type of thing, we'll also share it on our blog, and sometimes we share it on our Facebook if we have room on our social media calendar. So it's always a good idea to send those news releases because we can share them in more places than just this. But this is what they look like. They look like, you have a picture or a logo or whatever, and then a little bit of a title, and when people click on it, then they can read the news release. So again, just another free way to shout out and get your name out there. And if you want to add one, again, the very same steps we're going to take. We're going to find our blue button, add the news release. You'll want to fill in the title because that's the title just defaults to say news release and the date, which would be a pretty boring title. Again, fill in your information, categories. So what does this news release kind of touch on? Is it an education issue, a human interest? Is it simply a press release? Is it a community article? Is it just some fun facts? Are you publishing some papers or research? Is this about our economic climate? Is it a general news article? Is it a political thing? You can check it may be more than one of these. You can check as many as you want. Typically, Chamber is only news releases that we put out. Most businesses aren't going to be putting out an article about the Chamber. So that's probably the only one you wouldn't use. But you pick the one that that it suits what your article is about, and check that. Add your image, contact information, and again, that submit for approval. So those are news releases. Okay, now if we go back to our sidebar, now we've covered everything on the left for the most part. Now we can go over here to events. And again, I don't know why events is over here. I really feel like it should be right down here with everything else, but I didn't design this program, so that's okay. So we're going to click on events. We have 22 events right now, all different kinds of events. And where do the events show up? Guess what? We're going to go right back to that homepage of our website, aren't we? Here we are back again at the Portage County Business Council website. And events is a tab right on the homepage. Or if you're on another page, this bar stays across the top always. So if we click on it, there's the events we're having. So there's 93 here. So other ones that are listed, some of our own events and things like that. Healthy Family Night at the Children's Museum. And they'll just keep populating as you scroll down. Our job fair is coming up. Mark your calendar for that one. If you're not signed up, or if you want to, you can join it. If you're watching this recording after this, don't worry, we have our job fair every year. So you can join us next time. So all kinds of events, and some of them, like you can tell, like this is one of our events. This one, is a community event. This one Heartland Hospice put up. So just kind of a nice events calendar. Again, if you're a person who plans events or publicizes events, you probably are sharing your events on several community calendars. The Stevens Point Area Convention and Visitors Bureau has a very nice community calendar. Most of the radio and television stations have nice online event calendars. This is just one more option, and it's included in your membership. and it's a great way to get the word out. So that's the nice thing about events. So like I talked about before with the Alzheimer's Association, there it is. There's that walk to end Alzheimer's. They had it as a press release because it was something new and different, but at the same time, it's still an event for them. So it's also going to be on the event page. So again, just more places to showcase. You know, the more the better, I feel like. Get more eyes on your good work. So those are the main things I like to go over with the Member Information Center. There are other things on the Member Information Center. There's a directory. That's exactly what you think it would be. It's a directory of all the businesses in alphabetical order that are members of the Business Council. So you might say, I wonder if so-and-so is a member. You can look on here. You can also look, again, on our homepage, member directory. That's how the general public finds out if people are members or not. They can click on a category, or they can search like we did before. One thing I want to talk about, that searching. Remember when we searched before, and I said I'd circle back to it, and I searched plumber and didn't get a response, but when I did plumbing, I did. You don't know how people are going to look for things when they're looking on the internet, what words they're going to use. Like maybe I just moved to this area and I want to find, oh, I have a child who wants to take dance. So I'm going to start typing in dance. Oh, there I get a dance studio. Okay. We have Dance Education Center. Perfect, I'll start with them. But what if I would have typed in ballet? Well, let's go back to member directory. Let's see, my child takes ballet. Oh, I still get Dance Education Center. Cool, okay, yeah. What if I was just typed in jazz? Let's see, oh, Dance Education Center. Okay, so why do you think Dance Education Center came up so many times? They must have quite a bit of little words, right? Now, those aren't the same thing as categories. If we were to go back and look at that category list that we were looking at before, let me see if we can get back to our Member Information Center here. If we go back to the home and we were in company information, and remember we can put categories, there's not a category called jazz. There's jewelry under the J's, but there's not jazz. So how did they get those extra search words? Well, I'll tell you, it's a thing called keywords, okay? And I'm gonna pull them up and show you exactly what that looks like. And this is, again, this is my end, so it looks a little bit different. This screen is just our own program, but every one of you has a page that looks like this. It doesn't say Dance Education Center on it, but whatever your membership name is here, and we have your contact information. This is kind of like our online Rolodex, right? This is our database of all of our members. And under a tab that we have called Advanced Options, we can add, those are those categories. There they are, dance studio, health and fitness education. Those are those big categories we were talking about. That's, oh, probably I'm not clicking on the right thing here. There's those categories, okay? But under the web tab, I can put in keywords. And so here's the keywords that the Dance Education Center has chosen. Dance, education, studio, ballet, jazz, top, modern, creative, toddler, it goes on and on. You can add quite a few. It goes up to 240 characters, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is if you're only doing one word at a time. So those are keywords. And sometimes when I meet with members, I'll say, hey, I feel like we could add a few more keywords to your profile to give you some more visibility and some more ways that people can search you by. Now, it's real hard for us to keep track of all 500, and, I think right now we're like 522 members, to keep track of how many keywords or what keywords each member has. But as we're looking through member profiles, or especially when we meet with you one-on-one, that's a good thing for us to look at. And so if you ever want to add more keywords, you sure can. Or if you want us to add keywords, we're happy to do so, but that'll just give you more searches. So one thing I might do when I get off of this recording today is to go into those plumbing members that we had up earlier and add plumber to each of their profiles, because they should really have that as a keyword, because that's something that people would type in when they're searching, I think. And if you say to yourself, well, how do I add keywords? Oh, I brought that thing down on the screen again. There we go. That would be under, I believe it's under website information. Let me check here. I know how to do it for my end, but on the member, yep, there it is, keywords. So this is still under company information. We did the contact information earlier. So right above the categories is website information. This is how it's going to show up on the website. And if you scroll down, a lot of these we don't use, but if you scroll down, there is a place for keywords, so you can enter your own and press save. This is not a thing that needs approval, so it'll go live right away. But again, we're always happy to do that for you, okay? Another thing I'd like to show you while we're on, we'll use DEC as a example here. This is like a member snapshot, okay? And so this we can show you a member snapshot whenever you want of your membership. And what it shows you, like how many people, like recently they had 114 people visit their page. And it will tell you from that, it was 844 came from the category of health and fitness or dance. And some went on to their individual website, went on to the Dance Education Center website, okay? Now they don't have their hours listed. Right now they're closed, and so they might have deactivated that for right now. But that tells me that if I were meeting with them, I might say, oh, hey, let's add your hours on there, because what that will show up on is the when you choose them in the membership directory, they could have hours on here too. Okay. Otherwise, their profile is nice and complete. It has the nice about us, has the Google map, contact information, a link to their website, their logo, description of their categories. So that's a nice complete entry. But if you wanted to, like we said, we could add hours. And if they ever said, Tanya, has anyone even seen my profile? I could look back at that snapshot and say, yeah, we've had just in the last few months here about 4 people clicked on your name after searching one of your categories, whether it was health and fitness or dance studios or education. So sometimes it's just nice to know. Also on that snapshot, I can show you if you had a job posting that had a lot of views. So, and a good example of this, let me look up a member here real quick. Portage County, the county, like our government, they post quite a few jobs because sometimes they're hiring for different things. And let's see what their jobs look like. So here we go. So they had 160 job postings in the past year and had 16,448 views. That's a lot. Now, most people probably don't have 160 job postings. The county, they have seasonal employees and they have, different parts of the government. So that's kind of a lot. But there's companies that maybe they have, they've had 4 job postings, but maybe they had 400 and something views. So you could say, Tanya, I put a job posting up there last month. Did it get any views? And we can look that up for you. So that's nice to know that we can kind of see that activity. We can also see if your hot deals get views. So if you do put up a hot deal, now the county hasn't put up a hot deal this year, but if you were to put up a hot deal, we could tell you how many views your hot deal received as well. So that's just another way of getting some neat statistics for you. So I hope this was helpful. This was most of the things we wanted to go over today was kind of how you can make your online presence more well-known and more accessible to more people. And the things that are all available to you with any level of membership are those, I'm going to go back to that member information center, are all in this member information center. Hot deals, member-to-member deals, news releases, job postings, and events. When I said we'd circle back to this event here, I'll tell you an inside trick. All of these things I mentioned today, you can do yourself with a login. And as I said in the beginning of this recording, we can also do it for you. And I'll tell you, if you have a really big event coming up, if you really want to make sure it gets seen, if you send it to us and say, hey, PCBC, can you post this as an event? We will. And when we post things for an event, we can make it show up in this member information center too. It gives it a little bit extra, visibility. So these are some of the ones that we have put here, and we give them a little bit more because they get to show up on the member information center. So that's just a neat tip to know. I mean, if you want to have a little bit of extra visibility, you can send us the event, say, can you post this for me and make sure it's in the member information center? And that way all the Portage County Business Council members get to kind of see it on their sidebar, as well as the other places that all the events also are listed. So it's just kind of a fun little tip or takeaway from today. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any questions, as always, the PCBC staff is here to help you. You can reach us on email, any of our emails. If you ever don't know how to reach us, again, if you go to our website, there is a contact tab, and there's great ways to reach us right here. And you can always call the phone number. We have one phone number for all of us, so call and ask for anyone, and we are happy to help. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something new, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.